Hello, welcome to me driving around in the car as I'm making an unofficial review of the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. This camera is very trendy and I think it's pretty neat. It's like a tiny little handheld gimbal thing. I can shoot 4K 60p. Anyway, I'm Tony King, I'm a photographer, and let's get into today's video, which is about what I just said it's about. The forecast said it was going to be really foggy, and I had recently gone on a walk that was really foggy, and I was fascinated by that look, and I thought it was really cool. And I actually think a lot of my photos turned out really nice. They had that really cool vibe. But right now it's fully sunny, so we'll see how it looks when we actually get there. I've already photographed this pier before. It's very small, very quaint. I mean, I'm in a very small, quaint area, I suppose. So the camera keeps moving around as I'm driving. I'm very curious to see how the footage turns out. I just kind of threw this camera in the cup holder of the car. I mean, this is also for the audio. I didn't bring any mics with me on this particular trip, so this is just out of the camera audio. I also chose a really bad hair day to start recording myself, but here I have my In1 Mark III with me with the TT Artisan 15mm at 0.95, which is my go-to setup, and that's what I'm working with today. I tried doing some like tilts with the joystick, and I was on like normal speed, I guess, for the joystick control for the gimbal move, and I think it was like still too fast, so I guess I could also try and do it on the slow speed. I also tried to do some walking shots and some like spinning, like turning shots. I did one shot like going 360, seeing how smooth it is going to be. It comes with no batteries. There's no need for batteries. It's a rechargeable camera, which is actually really nice because you don't need to have a bunch of other batteries in your bag, or to buy, or to purchase, or to, hope they don't go bad. It took less than an hour to get to 100%, which to me felt pretty fast, and so that was good. So I took some shots, some video, some photos. I was trying to do a few different things all at the same time, which is kind of the reason I got this little camera. I'm wanting to do like more like ATS and kind of a more well-rounded idea of a photo walk, including some video, some sound elements. Photos I took today, not like the greatest. I think one of the big challenges that I was working on in this particular shoot is just, the sun is super bright on one side, then the shadows super dark on the other. So changing the settings fast and, I don't know, getting a smooth, consistent result, it's a bit of a challenge, but that's what I was doing. I didn't quite get a lot, so I'm going to look and see if there's another location. Oh, there's like an egret over here. Unfortunately, I don't have like my wildlife setup, because that guy is pretty close. Pretty cool, but maybe that was one of those times I should have stopped and taken a photo, but I did not do it. And there's a lot of road work around here, but the place looks open. The visitor center and the fishing pier is that way. Maybe I want to go that way. Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not? I'm gonna do like a bajillion point maneuver because this is a very tight road with a big ball up on the other side. Screw the navigator, follow the signs down. Authorized vehicles only. That's not me. I'm not authorized. Do not enter. Okay, I won't. Oh, here's the visitor center and a parking lot. I'm actually talking to the camera outside, even though there are other people around. Isn't that crazy? We're taking steps in a different direction. The pier is very small, not much to photograph there. It's a nice little wooded path actually, and like a little picnic area. Took some photos there. Mostly happy with some stuff I got here, but overall, I mean, footage from what I can tell is going to be pretty nice. Curious to see it on the computer and, you know, when I'm starting to edit it. Photo wise, could go better. I think a side effect of me only using my 50mm lens for a while now is that, well, sometimes I need a 23 or a 35. And definitely had some situations today where I thought I could take better photos with my 23, which is like my other go-to, but I didn't bring it to stay, you know, minimalistic. But maybe next time I'll think back to this moment and say, oh, whatever, let's bring it. Overall, I'm really pleased with how everything is looking on the DJI. I'm looking forward to getting some more mounts so that I can actually mount it on the top of my camera and really make the transition between shooting some video and photos, and at the same time, sometimes even very fluid. There's always that really nice kind of, like, it's not really moss, but moss type thing that comes off of the trees here on the coast. It's really, really pretty. Kind of hard to capture photos of very effectively because it's all amongst a lot of mess, and it's hard to isolate the part that you're trying to take the photo of. That's at least what I run into. Look forward to seeing more videos. Not necessarily fully like this where I'm talking so much about the camera, but where I talk a little bit more about my process as I'm taking photos, kind of behind the scenes of a photo walk. All the photos I take in this video, I think they're going to be in photo album 263. This is just kind of in addition to what I've been doing in my photo albums to make a little bit more of an immersive experience, show some behind the scenes, add a little bit of my talking head thoughts that hopefully not only are interesting to the viewer, which I hope they are. Obviously today I didn't talk so much about it, but the goal of this is to be able to learn how to talk about my photography better, more eloquently, greater length, in like not just saying yeah, you know, so, or kind of. That's my other thing that I say a lot. So I'm trying to work on something here, and I think overall, if I'm able to do this successfully, it'll make me a better artist and a better communicator of my art. And that is, I think, a major goal in an artist that's trying to grow and learn. Sometimes you don't know what your goal is with photography, or just out taking photos, but I think once you see an image that you want to take a photo of and you bring the camera up to your face, then you can kind of understand, like, well, I am doing something right here. And the better you can communicate that, the better that you can acknowledge that you are doing something there and figuring out what that is, I think you'll get better results overall. And that is something that I think most artists and photographers want to achieve. That's something that I want to achieve, and hopefully doing things like this will help me achieve that. Also, hopefully they're just entertaining videos and my viewers enjoy them and you take something away from it for yourself. So that's the goal. Hopefully I have some good photos in this video. I might not, probably won't have any show-stopping photos. I don't think I do, but I think a couple of them in there are at least presentable. So the photo album will come out in this video. I filmed it this far, so I'm gonna put it out. But as a kind of unofficial review of the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, I'll be making an official review at some point for sure. It's pretty cool. It's actually a really neat tool. It's making what I'm doing right now so much easier, so I don't have to have a big camera. I don't know if it's seeing me, if it's adjusting to the turns. It's very small, fits in the hand so easily. So taking a few like establishing shots here and there are super easy, and it's super light. It's not really adding much to what I'm carrying. So with that in mind, like great first impressions. This is my, official first impression, unofficial review, and I will give it a very good rating. I'm very pleased that I have it and how it's working now. I'm gonna go ahead and say thank you for watching this video. If you made it this far, I've been Tony King. I'm a photographer, and please subscribe to the channel to support my photography, my videos, more content like this. I've been Tony King. I'll see you in the next video.